special, My Jerusalem, where we explore the people and cultural projects of this unique city, together with James Snyder, Executive Chairman of the Jerusalem Foundation. This time we visit the offices of New Spirit. Let's take a look. So, James, we're at another nice building today.
We're at a great building today. We're actually at the entrance to the city on Jaffa Road, which was the way into town for centuries. And we're at the original Shaare Zedek Hospital from 1905, a magnificent building. And at the time that it was built, this was meant to be the center of the city.
And now it is the center of art and youthfulness in Jerusalem.
What it is now is the headquarters of Ruach Hadashah, New Spirit, which is the hub for the rising generation of future leaders who will make the future of this city.
All right, let's check it out.
I want to introduce you to Yossi Carr, who's the CEO of New Spirit.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, you're very welcome. It's great having you guys here.
So, James, why are you bringing us to meet this wonderful man?
Well, Yossi, as I've explained to you, I've been taking Emily all over the city, meeting representatives of the rising generation that are planning the future of the city. And really, there's no organization more extraordinary than New Spirit, being the hub for all of these NGOs that are rising to think about different aspects of what Jerusalem will be like in the future.
True. Thank you, James. So the building you've come to is the old Shaare Zedek building. For me, it's where everything started. Both my parents were born here. I remember myself as a kid driving by with the bus, seeing this beautiful building, asking myself what this is. It was left by the Shaare Zedek Hospital in the 1980s, 1990s. It became the IBA, Israel Broadcasting Authority, its management building, and it was donated to New Spirit so that we are able to take this abandoned building and revive it, bring in arts, culture, community into the building. This is what we do here.
The rumor is young people only want to leave Jerusalem. Now, I know there are over 50,000 university and college students in all kinds of schools here every year, and they seem to love being here. Why are you so committed to this? Where were you born? Are you a Jerusalemite?
Yeah, I was born here. I was born to a Haredi family. I was a Hasidic kid until the age of 18.
Wow.
So I was on the other side of the city. I left the ultra-Orthodox community, became secular, but still stayed in this city. I love this city. I agree with you that they say that a lot of young people want to leave the city, and it's true. Some young people would prefer to have a non-complicated city where they're closer to the beach. Here in Jerusalem, you have this diversity, but this true diversity. You look out to the street, even now, you'll see people walking by. They're Arab, they're ultra-Orthodox, they're Christian. This is a city that's really pluralistic and vibrant and complicated also, because it's complicated. The Middle East is complicated.
New Spirit has come to this incredible building, and I'm realizing that the history of this building from 1905 actually resonates with what the spirit and the philosophy of New Spirit are.
I think this is the story of Jerusalem. Absolutely, I agree with you, but when you look at Jerusalem and when you want to be active within this city, you have no choice but to correspond with history and with the future and bring New Spirit into an old city, which is what we do. Is you take this very old building, it's going to celebrate 120 years old, its 120th birthday this year, and you bring in culture and art into it. Bringing New Spirit to this city is you have the infrastructure, you have the history, you have the story, you have the narrative, you have the people who want to be a part of this city. You just need to be a bit creative.
So, Emily, we're going all around New Spirit, meeting great people who are running these incredible organizations that are really about the emerging future of the city. And I didn't want to leave here without introducing you to Ron Zaken, who runs Stay in Jerusalem. an organization that's completely devoted to encouraging and keeping young people who want to be here, giving them a network.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So what is that like? Do you find it to be an easy job or a hard job keeping young people in Jerusalem?
I think it's somewhere in the middle, because for me, Jerusalem is never a hard job. It's always fun, but it is challenging. We started off 4 people 2 years ago. Now we're over 6,000, and just trying to keep up with the community that creates content that makes people's lives, communal life, better and more interesting and fun in Jerusalem.
Emily, as you come into the new headquarters of Ruach Hadashah, the old Shar Tzedek Hospital, the first thing you see is a synagogue. But today, the synagogue, as part of this whole new plan, is actually a gallery where Rami Ozeri, who for 10 years has been actually first the founder and now the head of the Jerusalem Biennale, programs exhibitions and has his own headquarters for planning the ongoing programming of the Jerusalem Biennale.
Wow. Nice to meet you. You're an impressive guy.
Thank you so much.
So what do you think of this facility and all that you're able to do here?
So I think first what James said is so crucial. This building was built 120 years ago, and in the heart of the building, they built this beautiful space of the synagogue. And then I'm so fortunate that we're able to take it and make it an art gallery.
And now, since the Abraham Accords, what's happening between you and the Arabian Gulf?
Yeah, so this is for the next Biennale. We are actually now working on an art show that will bring together calligraphers from the United Emirates and calligraphers from Jerusalem and Israel. It's a big field in the Emirates, the calligraphy, the Arabic calligraphy, and I think Jewish calligraphers have a lot to learn from where they got to.
And then in the next Biennale, 2 more years from now, I'm sure there's going to be, even more collaborative opportunities.
Yeah.
God willing.
And those are like the unusual collaborations, but of course we have amazing collaborations with artists from North America, with artists from Europe, with artists from all over the world. We had a beautiful group of artists from Argentina visiting the last Biennale. So I think what we're trying to do is really to find the unique voice of Jerusalem within the contemporary art world, and to bring artists from all over the world to share their art here.